Graha! Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there's nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower, the elegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging. We cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talent shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scurrying such ancient text as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are... Who dat? Who are you? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Allagan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age. I might be forgiven for observing. Sorry. But I digress. You're claimed to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I'm sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. Graha? What was that? Looked like he was about to do some, like, Asian thing. Isn't that what they normally do when they, like, reveal their sigil? Thought he was about to go all, like, Asian on us. What is it, Graha? Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allagan eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allagans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. I mean, anything could happen, but I don't know that that's just what it looked like. He did not turn into an Asian. I don't have any reason to believe that he is at this point. Apparently it is more related to the Allagans. But the Asians are ancient, but they're even older than the Allagans. But they could be connected. I don't know. We'll have to... Hopefully we'll get some answers someday. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. Seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? That is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections? Yes. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Circus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Lyoki, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveilling the 8 sentinels. 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Lyoki. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful we will finally see progress. Alright. 2 new people. Just kind of appeared. A little concerning. Seem fairly trustworthy, though. Not yet given us reason to be concerned. Little concerned about where Nero is. He snuck into the tower already, but I'm sure we'll see him at some point. I like Graha. Graha's best cat boy. Examining the rubble in the hopes that it'll yield a clue to entering Circus Tower. Can you tell we're getting desperate? Well, if it isn't Lyoki, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Let me in the tower! Wow, that's cool. Oversized doors are always so funny to me. Just so unnecessarily gigantic. It's like a 200-foot tall door. So inconvenient. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit. And a couple new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Allag, sent here by our friends of Baldessian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It's our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your tires ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman resplendent. Allagan royalty, by my judgment. Precisely. Who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Yes. What you doing? Sid looks very concerned. If you're thinking to force it open, save your strength. No use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? How'd you do that? We're inside the tower! Graha's face. That was awesome. I did not know he made that face. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Huh. 7 hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Udis, its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Oh, it's narrow. Uh-oh. Well, at least he didn't get in the tower before us. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero? You're still alive? Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible? Few are suspicious of my intent. It is only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these 2 odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Allag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these 2 are descended from Allagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty. Living keys born of Allagan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? I don't know. There's so much happening. There's so many people. I don't know who to believe. I mean, I definitely not gonna trust Nero too much. He did just try to kill us like a couple days ago. But for right now, the Empire isn't really a threat, so I guess can keep him on a short leash. Probably better to know what he's up to than have him wandering around here on his own anyway. It would seem that the time for concealment is past. pray, accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Can we trust them now? I don't know. Dude, Sid, Biggs, and Wedge are like the only ones fully trust here. Although Graha is best cat boy, so maybe I trust him. Very well. Still don't know him that well. And he also has an Allag eye, which is interesting. Because if they're clones, what does that mean about him? 7 hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Allagan tombstone holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. Pretty much. It's just, yeah. Here, gift. All better. Definitely nothing could be no ulterior motives to giving someone a gift, ever. Goes without saying that Nero can't be trusted. Do well to keep an eye on him at all times. Wow. We're talking to a Power Ranger! Who would have thought? We may not have gotten off to the best of starts, but the past is in the past. Yesterday's enemies can yet be today's friends. Do you not agree, Warrior of Light? Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust you. Not that quick. Let us hear what Unai and Doga have to say. It will not be too late to decide upon a course of action afterwards. Right? That is quite the understatement for starting a war with us and trying to set an ancient weapon on the continent to destroy everybody. It's a little bit more than not a good start. You have every right to mistrust us, but I beg you to hear us out. Long have we waited for this opportunity to fulfill our life's purpose. If you're ready to listen, we shall tell you all. It pertains closely to your investigation. Your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray, allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones. Copies of people who once existed, given life through Allagan technology. That is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what it is that you now seek to do? Answering your question requires that we revisit Allagan history. Pray, bear with us. The Allagan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Allagan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allagan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair. Its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Allag to greatness. Amon was his name. He believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. Amon. Amon was in another Final Fantasy game. That's pretty cool. I love when they... I mean, they're not the same characters, but I love when they kind of bring back characters from other games in that way. The founding father cannot mean Emperor Xande. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment. Copies of Une and Doga. Historical texts mention the reign of two Allagan emperors named Xande. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two were in fact one and the same. Xande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's predictions, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allagan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xande turned his sights toward a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Oh, that is a sinister smile. I do not trust Nero. Why are we even letting him listen to this? Shouldn't we just, throw him in jail? Didn't he kind of commit war crimes close to it? I don't like any of this. Darkness. Again? 7 hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Yeah, that also works. All equally good solutions in my book. Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Huh? Alas, Emperor Xande is very much alive. In Circus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. That could be a problem. Wow. The blue and gold looks so good. So pretty. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy. Energy not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, a calamity that ushered in the 4th Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Xande's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the 7th Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Zonde awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Oh man. Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zonde's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Unai and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission, should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Zonde. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. It is no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Leoki Oshafern, we are confident that we can end Zonde's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldessian, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what will we do, Leoki? The world's in grave danger again. It just so happens you're an expert at saving it. Let's do it. Woohoo! Yeah. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allagan's Empire's dark past laid to rest. It's been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allagan civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Unai and Dolga, living, breathing Allagans. Sorry. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Leoki, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zonde himself. It probably did say circus. I mean, that's kind of how I think it's supposed to be pronounced. Maybe circus? I don't know. But yeah, it's SYRCUS. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work then. I don't trust you. Oh, Sid and Nero are gonna have a little chat. It's interesting. Wait. There's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... Graha... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Allagan Eye, you called it. But to us, it is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. If it was named Circus Tower, that would be pretty funny. It's like, let's build a tower for our circus. We really like clowns. That's the real secret. The Allegans love clowns. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there's been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Same. Allegans not seem like the greatest civilization. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zonde himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Crystal Tower. Wow. Circus Tower, now accessible. Alright. Did you have a specific time you wanted to end today? Hopefully, maybe we can get a quick queue for this. Okay. I'm definitely still good to go for a while, but yeah, if you start feeling tired or just burn out of MSQ, let me know, and we will stop whenever. Having secured a path through the labyrinth of the ancients, the Fellowship of Noah finds itself before the entrance to the Crystal Tower proper. With the aid of their new comrades, Unai and Doga, the companions succeeded in opening the gate, whose workings had baffled even the brightest minds among them. Upon learning that dark forces have awakened within, the Fellowship decides to suspend its investigative effort in favor of sealing off the tower. You must fight your way to the apex and defeat the resurrected Emperor Zonde, that Eorzea might be free of his all-consuming ambition. I do really like the whole, ancient, high-tech civilization aspect, though. Allegans do not seem like good people. But it's a pretty cool story. And there's still some mysteries. This Allegan Eye of Royalty. We don't know what Nero's up to. But a lot of little stuff happening, a lot of pieces in motion right now. It's much clearer right now. Can actually get a good view. The truth of my eye is ever on my mind. But right now, every man of us has a job to do. Rest assured, I shan't allow myself to be distracted. Alright, so while we're in queue, I'm gonna take a quick, 2-minute break, grab a drink. I will be right back. Alright. I'm back. Alright. Did not miss the cue, so we're good there. Alright, should we do a separate one for Pele and Luna? Or should it just be the same? I don't know. I'm so torn. We'll just keep one for now. If we want to split out, we can. How does this work again? I think it might be possible for me to actually make it specific to the user. That could be fun. I might have to do a little scripting test of that. So it'd be specific to you. Just like, say your name, like you have given this many pets. How's that? Witchy. Are there any good Twitch emotes that I could use? To try to get something to show on the screen basically when that happens. Guess I could use the BTTV ones. So short, right? Something like that. Seems pretty good to me. Yay! We have an exclamation point, Luna. Let's see if it works. Testing all the chat commands. Right. I think we're pretty good right now. How are we doing? 12 minutes. We're getting there. Ready to go to Circus Tower. Up the clowns. Oh man, this is a raid filled with clowns. I'm gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. Be terrifying. Okay, that's fine. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just stay in queue, so hopefully can make some progress. But I won't do any of the story stuff till you get back. And who knows, the queue might not even pop. But if you miss anything, I will let you know. But yeah, hope you have a nice shower.